Have you ever felt like the world as you know it isn't falling apart, but actually falling into place? That everything you once believed to be solid and real, our systems, our truths, even time itself, is starting to dissolve? That's because reality isn't collapsing. It's evolving. Something ancient, something deep within humanity, is stirring. It's a pulse, a remembrance, a faint echo of truth whispering from deep within your DNA, telling you, you've been here before. This strange, often chaotic era we're living in isn't just random chaos. It's an initiation. And whether you realize it or not, you are part of something so much larger. It's called the Great Remembering, the return of divine awareness through human form. But before we can fully remember who we truly are, we have to understand what we're waking up from. It all begins in the first stage, the sleep. This is where consciousness enters the dream, the realm of separation, form, and forgetting. Here, you believe you are only human. You identify completely with your story, your name, your past, the mask you wear for the world. You're taught that life happens to you, not through you. That you are small, limited, and ultimately powerless. This is the 3D illusion, a dense reality governed by fear, control, and the constant need for survival. But this stage isn't a punishment. It's preparation. It's the soul's brave descent into darkness so that one day it can remember the light. And so you live asleep until one day something inside you begins to stir. A question that won't go away. A faint, undeniable knowing that there must be more to existence than what meets the eye. That single spark is the beginning of your awakening. The second stage begins with the cracking. This is when cracks start to appear in the illusion. You begin to notice patterns, repeating numbers, dreams that seem to bleed into your waking life, synchronicities that are just too perfect to be a coincidence. You start to sense that reality is intelligent, that something is trying to communicate with you. The people around you might not see it. They're still inside the dream. But you can feel the veil thinning. This stage can be confusing, even painful. Your old beliefs begin to crumble. You might lose interest in old routines, friendships, or goals that once defined you. It can feel like a death, but in truth, it's a rebirth. The universe begins showing you what's real by first revealing what is not. So if you've been feeling detached, lonely, or disoriented, you're not broken. You're waking up. And then a light breaks through. This is stage 3, the awakening. It arrives like a sunrise after a long, endless night. Suddenly, you feel energy in everything. The trees seem to breathe with you. Time feels fluid, stretchy. Your intuition starts guiding you more clearly than logic ever could. You start to realize a profound truth. The universe isn't outside of you. It's within you. Every thought, every emotion, every vibration you hold ripples outward, shaping your reality. You are energy, frequency, consciousness, not just flesh and bone. During this stage, many people experience physical upgrades, vibrations in the body, ringing in the ears, vivid dreams, sudden bursts of emotion, deep fatigue, or waves of pure euphoria. These are not random. They are signs that your frequency is rising, that your light body and DNA are recalibrating to higher states of awareness. You begin to sense your purpose, not as a goal to achieve, but as a state of being. Your purpose is to anchor light, to remember love, to live awake. But awakening isn't all light and bliss. To ascend, you must face everything that isn't aligned with truth. This is stage 4, the collapse. This is when the 3D illusion starts to crumble. both personally and for the collective. Relationships shift. Jobs end. Old systems of control, political, social, and spiritual, begin to visibly fall apart. It may look like destruction from the outside, but it's really a revelation. The illusion is cracking open so that the light can finally enter. You'll be asked to release everything that was built on fear, old versions of yourself, attachments, even your core identity. And in that process of letting go, you'll discover something profound. You never needed the illusion to feel whole. Because the truth was never out there. It has always been in here. When you can stand in the middle of chaos and still feel a deep sense of peace, you've begun to master this stage. The final stage is not an end. It is a return. This is the great remembering. Here, you awaken to your multidimensional nature. You begin to live from a 5D consciousness, a state of unity, compassion, intuition, and co-creation. You no longer chase meaning. You embody it. You no longer seek the divine. You remember you are it. You realize that Earth was never a prison. It's a sacred classroom. A realm where infinite souls come to forget, so that the act of remembering can create profound wisdom. The veil lifts completely. You see that even your pain had a purpose, that every single soul you met was a part of your awakening, that every ending was simply a doorway to a deeper truth. You start to see the divine in everyone, even those who are still asleep, because you understand that they too will remember in their own time. And this remembrance, this collective awakening, is what humanity came here for. So now, here you stand, between two worlds, the illusion behind you and the infinite before you. The air feels different, the light feels alive, and your heart beats with a knowing that cannot be forgotten again. This is the great remembering, a sacred return to self, a homecoming of the soul. You are not here by accident. You are the bridge between dimensions, the living proof that light can wear human form. The more you remember, the more others will awaken through you. So breathe deeply, walk gently, and carry the light of remembrance wherever you go. Because this is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new earth, rising through the hearts of those who have remembered. Welcome home, awakened one. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this message resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to be part of this growing community. Until next time, stay bright. And remember, awaken, align, ascend.